this is where this character comes into play. Hello everybody and welcome back to another week on my channel. I'm going to apologize first things first because I am balancing my phone on a couple boxes and on the stand that it is on. So if anything starts getting a little wobbly, that is why I'm warning you now. I am sorry. It's a lazy Sunday and I didn't feel like getting my camera out, and honestly, my phone has been giving me better luck than my camera as of late. So we're just gonna do this. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about cosplaying and going to cons on a budget. And I'm actually in cosplay right now, as you could probably have guessed. So there's this new thing on TikTok going around of a Game of Thrones original character. So this is mine. You will meet her later in the game on TikTok. You can follow me on there below to learn a little bit about her. I'm not going to give anything away here, but I will say this, the reason I am wearing this is because it fits into the topics that I'm going to cover today. So first off, we will start with cosplaying. So cosplaying, as many of you know, can get very, very expensive very, very quickly. That was one of the first things I learned when I started getting into this. So I'm gonna share with you guys some tips on how to make a really, really great cosplay on a budget. All the tips I'm going to share today, some are my own, some came from Instagram when I asked my followers, some came from both. One of the first things that we have is doing closet cosplays. Closet cosplays are, as the name states, cosplays you get directly from your closet. So a good example of this are the Disney bounds that I did from Disney World a couple years ago. And basically what a closet cosplay is it's your plain clothes that you wear every day, and you can make it into a cosplay inspired look. Another one, basically the major one, is thrifting and Goodwill and all sorts of stores like that. So this is where this character comes into play. So this dress came from Goodwill. A lot of my pieces from other cosplays have come from Goodwill or Plato's Closet. I know there's other places like Buffalo Exchange or just like hometown thrift shops. Those are amazing places for cosplay. And even if it's not the exact item you're looking for, you can get a base item. For example, my Sarah skirt, I'll put a picture right here. My Sarah skirt was a plain leather skirt. I ended up cutting down the middle and inserting the chainmail piece. So that was a great Goodwill find. And my Snow White vest was also a Goodwill find. I ended up altering the vest so it would fit me better the way that the vest kind of fits her in the show. And then hand sewed all the patches on and did the decorative stitching myself. So it was a perfect time to find a base and then go from there. Another great place to find cosplay items on a budget is the app Poshmark. Poshmark is amazing. I use it all the time. This is in no way a paid promotion or anything, but I will leave my link down below if you would like to give it a try and haven't before. Poshmark is a wonderful resale app that you can search and sell fashion pieces that you no longer want or no longer need. I've gotten many a cosplay piece from there, and I will be getting more in the future. Because it is so quick and easy. You can also, a great thing about that app is you can haggle for pricing. So if you find a dress, for example, listed for $45, but you're willing to pay $30, you can offer them $30 and then they can give you the option of taking that offer. So they'll take the offer and you only pay $30, or they can counter offer and say $35 instead. So that's really, really great. So you may even get something lower priced than what you even thought you'd get, which is awesome. Another great place to find cosplay items is Halloween stores at the end of the season, or even sometimes Party City when you're in a pinch. So a lot of you might remember Mandy from the Comic-Con vlog. I'll insert a little picture of her right here. Her mustache for Duke Kaboom actually came from Party City and it worked wonderfully. It looked awesome, and It was actually really good quality. I know a lot of people don't think that places like Spirit Halloween or Party City can have really good quality stuff, but surprisingly they can. My Barb wig and glasses actually came from Spirit Halloween. So I will say I really enjoyed that wig. It was one of the first wigs I ever bought. And so it was really great and affordable for me as a first-time cosplayer. Another way of doing things on a budget is trying as hard as you can to make things yourself. That way you can control the price of the materials, you can figure out what is in your budget, and honestly, learn a new skill. When I was making my Once Upon a Time book, I actually had made books before when I used to work in tech in theater. We had made book props before, so I remembered how to do it and was able to make that book myself and save a lot of money instead of having to spend probably like $50, $60 on one from Etsy or a creator. So that was really fun, and I take a lot of pride in that book. So it gives you a really good feeling when you get to show it off as well. So now we're going to move on to saving money at conventions themselves. So the big thing is budget, budget, budget. So you need to make sure that you are only spending the allotted amount of money that you have for that day. One of the tricks for that, I would say, is do not bring your card, only bring cash. Because me personally, I will fully admit to having this problem. If I have my credit card or my debit card on me, I am more prone to spend money because I just keep thinking, oh, there's money in my account, there's money in my account. Whereas if I have cash, once I am out, I am out. I am down for the count, I am done. So that's a really easy way to make sure you stick to a budget. And a comment from the Gifted Faker on Instagram was to factor in your cosplaying into your con budget. That way you don't go overboard in any aspect, which I think is a really great one. Jellicle Casey on Instagram also suggested bringing snacks. I could not agree with this more. Con food gets so expensive. And when you need to eat and you don't have any snacks on you, you have no choice but to buy what is available. A great example of this is this past Comic-Con when you guys saw us in line for Starbucks. We were actually chatting and asked, and we were asking each other, I wonder if it's Starbucks set prices or if the Javis gets to set the prices. And turns out a normal, the smallest size that you could get at that Starbucks cost about $7, $6 or $7, where it normally is about like $4 or $5. So it was definitely more expensive than a normal Starbucks. I would highly recommend just bringing in your own water if you can. Some cons don't allow that. Bring in your own water, bring in your own snacks, because things get expensive. There was a time where I actually meal prepped for a con. I made about like 5 or 6 PB&J sandwiches that I just brought with me to Broadway Con the last year I went, just so I knew that I would be able to have something and I wouldn't be having to spend money in the Javits Center or in New York City where food can get really expensive. Going back to budgeting for just 1 second, also make sure you know what you will be spending your money on ahead of time. If there's a photo op you really want, factor that into your budget now. Make sure that you can afford that photo, but still have a little money left over. A tip I would have is section out your con by day. How much do you want to budget for the entire con? And then divide it up by those days. So that way you can figure out, okay, if I'd like to spend $50 on this photo op one day, I only have $25 left that day to spend on souvenirs. And that way you can reset your money every day and have a fresh start. So that way if you did find something the first day of the con and you would run out of money for it, then the next day you can go back when your account is replenished. Now, this last tip was a wonderful one that my friend Victoria actually wrote, was remember to love yourself at that con and in cosplay. It doesn't matter where your cosplay came from. It doesn't matter how much money that you have to spend at a convention. It doesn't matter if you bought your cosplay or made it yourself. If you love yourself and what you're doing and how much fun you're having, then that's really what this is all about. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little different. I haven't done like an information heavy one in a while, but wanted to do that. I also wanted to try and do this without a script. I don't know if it worked, so I may have to write a script for the next one, but we shall see. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of a tip you have for cosplaying and con going on a budget. That would be amazing. And I will see you guys next time. Do not forget to hit that big red subscribe button down below to follow me on my cosplay journey. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. TikTok especially if you want to see what this character's doing. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.